Welcome into Focus. I am Sheila Smoot.
I'm Rhonda Robinson.
And it's good to have you along here. We are just excited about all of what we're going to talk about. And what is Focus? Focus is about decluttering your life. Right, Rhonda?
Yeah.
Decluttering your life.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, she's talking to me.
So, no, but we were having this conversation
What
about
were we
how
talking about?
You pay someone to do your laundry for you.
Yeah, when I get behind, I like to be neat.
Uh-huh.
And actually, we were just talking earlier before the segment about my photographer. Hello, Bill Gill, back in Anniston. I saw this guy picking up laundry. I'm like, show me that model. And so I don't like a cluttery laundry room.
Okay.
So I am neat. Like I fold my towels and I place them. So everything has a place.
Okay.
So when that laundry gets like stacked up, and then I'm like, I just can't even take this. I love drop-off laundry. So yeah, I am a drop-off laundry queen.
So they do everything. They wash it, they fold it.
Yep, they wash it, they fold it.
Okay.
They don't do my lingeries. The undergarment.
TMI, we didn't need to know all that.
I'm just saying. You were probably
nobody was asking.
Ew, who does her? Ew.
No.
I'm with it. I promise you. But yeah, they do the clothes, because I can do the little stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I love drop off laundry because it frees me up to
do other stuff.
Yeah. To just relax, just to take time for myself, and then I just pick it up and put it in its place.
People are actually surprised when I tell them that we have been friends for years.
Yes.
Like, I guess they assume that because we were in media, we would be like arch enemies or something, but
I don't even,
we generally have been friends for
a
years.
long time, and yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why people would assume that. We both worked in various stations, but we worked together at one of the stations locally, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I left, but why wouldn't we be friends? I know, but I'm friends with a lot of the media people. We're friends.
And we have a media person joining us on the show.
Yeah, somebody that you guys know and love and like.
And she's our friend too.
Yes, you're gonna love this woman. She is amazing. And we just are all love the energy, because she's just amazing. The best smile on TV.
Absolutely. So we're talking about self-care today.
Yes.
And she has these amazing products that actually support your self-care journey. So I am really excited to jump in and talk with her. But I want to tell you a little bit about what I found out about on explodingtopics.com.
Okay.
So apparently millennials prioritize self-care.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Well, they don't prioritize anything else. I mean, I guess so. I ain't mad about it. I should have prioritized self-care when I was in my 20s.
But apparently, that's a big deal for millennials. And then Google released some information that Google searches for self-care have increased by 142%.
I love it.
Over the last 5 years.
So
a lot of people are curious, but twice as many millennials spend money on self-care products than baby boomers.
And the product is one thing, and that's what the laundry was for me. I'm on the couch of this self-care.
That is self-care.
Gave me an opportunity to just slow it down because I was running so hard.
And it frees up time to do other things
that need to be done.
So that's self-care.
It's self-care.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to learn from the millennials and start taking more time for Rhonda, because I'm a giver. I'm a people pleaser.
You are.
And so I give to everyone else. And then at the end of the day, it's like,
time for you.
Yeah, what have I done for Rhonda? So I got to do a better job of carving out some of that self-care.
I used to be like that. My mother stopped me.
Yeah.
My mother said, hey, you've got this job, you're doing well, you got this child, you got all this stuff going, you need to get some things done. So she made me get a housekeeper. I'm like, no, I'm good. I cook, clean, that's what you did. How did you do that with 3 kids? And she said, but I didn't have the career.
Did she work?
Yeah, I didn't have she did work,
Okay.
but she said, I didn't have the type of career that you have. And so from that perspective, I did do that. And then of course the laundry. And then again, but I'm a workaholic.
I have paid someone to clean my home. Now that I enjoy, that is money well spent, because I actually get stressed out when I come home to a cluttered house. It stresses me out. And then if I'm so tired that I don't even feel like cleaning, that's even worse, because it's like I'm already stressed out because my house is not in order. but I don't even have the energy to get it in order. So that's money well spent for me. I'm going to look into that laundry thing, though.
I think you would like it. Now, I'm not saying don't tell your child to help you out with the chores. She called them chores. I'm like, ooh, chores?
I'm that mom.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think kids should do that. That's what's wrong with millennials.
Yeah. I'm that mom. I'm like, that's your payment for living under my roof. You're going to do some chores.
I'm with you on that.
You're going to learn today. Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
All right. Let's jump in. Let's talk to Miss Keisha Sharp Jefferson. Welcome. Have you seen this beautiful face before? I think so.
I think so.
So tell us about All Shea Naturals. And we were just talking about this big push for self-care products now. And your products are amazing. For folks who are hearing about it for the first time, though, tell us all about it.
Oh yeah, All Shea Naturals. It really is. I guess you could say it's a part of me. Okay, and I started with the whole shea butter. So we have shea butter here, sugar scrub here, and it started a long time ago. I remember being in the kitchen with my grandmother.
Wow.
Okay, my paternal grandmother. We would bake cakes, which when I think about the shea butter, I think cakes and, I think cake batter. And when I think about the sugar scrub texture, I think about cookies.
Oh, wow.
5, 6 years old, I'm baking. So, to stir up the shea butter and to, stir up and mix the cookie mixture as well, that's like second nature for me. As I became older, because we have been in these high-powered positions, lots of stress, I'm a creative, and I thought, I want to create some things to really relax. And these are the things that I just came up. I did a lot of research on shea butter, natural hair. It was real big back in the natural hair community.
Okay.
Did not work for my natural hair.
Okay.
That was not the deal. But based on the research, I understood it could be used for so much more.
Okay.
So then it evolved into the skincare product.
I wish people could smell it because it smells amazing.
It smells so good. When I first got it, Rhonda, I'll never forget it. And everybody, Keisha, from television news, as all of us have been on TV, and it's just been a transition. So we're all small business women that knew that one day, we would do something. We've always did something else. I'll say that. But so she was at something. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's doing this. She's a real estate agent. And I smelled that. You're like, here, Sheila. I'm like,
it's
and
amazing.
I think if you remember, I said, I need that. It's just an amazing product. I mean, I almost can't do without it. But how did you, with the baking and all that, and coming from television news and coming from what you did in PR and all the great things in real estate, and people say, wow, that's a lot. She is that person. We all have a lot. But this is something near and dear to your heart with the whole self-care aspect of it, just the skincare aspect.
It is just it because it's me. It's not, and I think you ladies may or may not agree, but when you talk about being in the news business, we didn't really have to sell anyone because we had a platform to be able to do that.
Right.
So it really took me a while to understand that because this is me, I don't have to sell people. I'm just sharing that this is part of my journey. Okay, this is part of my journey and part of my self-care journey to take care, because it's one of the hardest things that I had to do and had to learn to do.
Wow.
And that's take care of myself. I even now I can live life full speed, constantly going. And let's just be honest, we're in a place where people aren't really working traditionally anymore.
No.
People are looking for more options. They're looking for more financially feasible options. So I always say with this, if you're not able to go to the spa, bring the spa to you.
Oh, I love that.
If you're not able to go, bring the spa. But you can look at it, and we just have sort of a natural batter here. Not the fragrance just yet, but I'm actually going to mix up something for you and Rhonda, and we're going to add some things.
It smells good just like that, though.
I love it. But the customers.
That's amazing that you can actually add fragrance. Okay, so before we do that, though, what are some of the things that people use shea butter for? We talked about hair. What else?
Sure. Shea butter all over your skin. Okay. Think all parts skin. Some people love it for the hair, not so much for me, but that is an individual choice. I don't promote as such. I just say that's, you do your pleasure. Right. But I would say mainly the skin. Just think all things skin. And particularly because it's so thick and it's so, we'll just say luscious.
I like the word luscious.
I like that.
I like that. We'll work with
for
it.
your hands, great for your fingernails, great for your tough spots. I literally, ladies, the other day I had a spot here that was so itchy and so tough. And I don't know if you're able to see when it goes on, but it just kind of gives like a nice little shine to your elbow there. And literally that spot, the itchiness went away because that blended shea butter contains all natural oils, the shea butter and some all natural oils as well. And when I tell you that that's what's in there, that's what's in there.
Wow.
Okay, it's not any of these other additives, et cetera, et cetera. But the customers do like fragrance, but the original batter is shea butter and natural oils. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the other part is I'm a news person, but you understand because you have different talents. You know, you're this phenomenal businesswoman, you're a phenomenal businesswoman, real estate person, but just found out I love to create. That's my zen, that's my space.
Oh, that's her zen.
That's my zen. I try to run away from it.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that doesn't, you know what? I could see that knowing, we've been in spaces for a long time. And when you go into the space where you come out of television news and going into corporate America, like corporate. It's a transition because they almost don't let you come out of your box. And so when I first saw you in the corporate world, and then I saw you at an event, and it might have been one of those where you do the vendor, and I saw you as a vendor. And I'm thinking, did she just ditch that corporate suit for this? Yes, she did. And it was seamless. It was like you were in your zen. You were that creator.
That's what they say about walking in your purpose. When you're walking in your purpose, you don't have to wonder or worry or second guess yourself because it's what you were meant to do.
You know why I'm smiling at you too?
Right.
I am also a columnist for the Birmingham Times, and so as part of my life coaching hat, self-help hat as well, everything self-help and toward empowering particularly women. That's what I just wrote about today.
Really?
About your gift and how you don't have to find it, it finds you.
Right.
I accepted it. You know, you and I were talking, laughing and joking before. I just accepted, okay, you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is what it is. Yeah.
What it is. That's how I love the freedom.
Yeah.
Because all of us, we've been very corporate. We've been very structured.
Right.
We've had to be on a schedule with the news business.
Yeah.
You have to show up.
Right.
So to be in this space, I'm probably, I was not even able to be fired for over 35 years with wherever I went. I never experienced being fired.
Right.
No knock to anyone who has.
Right.
Okay. But outside of that, these past 2 or 3 years as an entrepreneur, I've been fired like twice.
And I like to say,
And look, y'all.
That's how we learn as entrepreneurs.
I'm like, yes.
You gotta get fired a couple of times.
Yes, bye-bye, bye-bye. I consider it being released. I'm going into my
You
freedom.
don't want every client. All money's not good money.
You just touched on something because you will see that article come out on Thursday. And I talk about how your gift and your purpose.
Wow.
And I have accepted that this is who I am. I've accepted that this is me. So it makes it easy for me to share it with you because I'm not trying to manufacture something. It's a part of me. Yeah, it's a part of me just to help women and to help people de-stress and relax because it's one of the hardest things I've had to learn.
Now we've talked about the shea butter. Tell us what else you have over here.
I have some sugar scrub, which I call. And listen, we were out this weekend at the Magic City Pop-Up Plaza.
Yes, Railroad Park.
Where Rhonda has all of the events there.
Rhonda has
she
all of it.
handles a lot of
And
it.
listen, they came out and supported in Birmingham. I heard you. People love sugar scrub. All natural. Oh God. This is that was like the second event. And I have been like attacked.
It's hopping, honey.
I was attacked. I'm thinking, and it's a figure of speaking, a matter of speaking. But what I'm saying, people love the sugar scrub. This sugar scrub is sugar. I'm sorry.
For the face?
Okay, great. Okay, thank you for the segue. In broadcast news, that was a good segue. Great question. So this in its pure batter is brown sugar. It's brown sugar and the shea butter and maybe some additional oils.
Oh, wow.
Okay. When you, two ways, you can use it with your hands.
Okay.
Okay, some people want to keep a jar and when they wash their hands, they keep it there.
Okay.
Because as you exfoliate, you're adding moisture as well.
Okay.
Okay? Another thing is shower.
Okay.
Take your regular shower and use this as another layer after the shower, body conditioner. You need nothing else.
What?
And the additional part is we can add a fragrance in there and scent and all of that great stuff, but just sugar scrub. And like I said, it takes me back, y'all. It takes me back because
So like it looks like a cake.
Yeah, it does look like cake batter, yeah.
Exactly. So it takes me back to making cakes with grandmom back in Lowndes County, Haynesville, Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because the cakes, I love the cakes, but the cakes don't love me. So I figured this was a little bit safer, so this is natural for me. So I love to cook, I love to feed family and friends, so it's kind of natural. So all of this is just kind of, like I said, it's my zen, and it's my gift, I believe, to people. And I just had to embrace it. I've embraced it now. Yes, you were a TV news anchor, but this is who you are too. And instead of running from that, I've decided to embrace it. And as a result of embracing it, when we were at Magic City Pop-Up Plaza, I'd never taken the opportunity to actually make the shea butter and scent it in front of other people and move it to a container and show people what I do and how it's mixed. I've never ever done that before.
Oh, wow.
Never.
So that
And people liked
they
watching you.
Watching you do
People
that.
like to see how a product is made.
Wow.
And that's just it. So you're really, at this point, we're a one-woman show, but we, of course, we have plans to expand, but this is just what you do. I mean, and for those who like the just pure and natural, that's what you do. You label, and we kind of go from there. But it's simple. But here's the deal. When you talk about that purpose and give, she started something, Sheila, with saying that, because I just wrote about that today. It's work. I ran away from it at some points because I thought I can be a consultant and not have to do all of this stuff.
Right.
But when it's really your gift, it's not hard to do. It's your gift.
Yeah.
And you'll have the grace there. You'll have the energy. You'll have the stamina. So I can do this like the drop of a hat. And I left for a while.
Because you love it.
I love it.
You did leave it for a while, but I was looking for you because I'm like, where'd she go? Because it is. You have to. Sometimes people want you to choose. They want you to say, well, you can't do this and this and this. But I'm inclined to believe that you can do as many things that your heart and that you can do it all. If you want to do that, I believe in time management. We come from a world of time management. And I do believe when you're in television news, and the news changes every few seconds, every few minutes, and deadline, when you have that skill, I think it's a perfect skill for an entrepreneur because you're going to make it go. You're not going to be late. Yeah. You can't. When that camera goes on, you better be there. So that's kind of like what you seem like you parlayed into your business. You decided to go back into it for whatever reasons, but I was missing you because I think sometimes we think as women, and especially when we're with other jobs, and you had a very big one, that would, some people think, oh, you're doing too much. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let people get in your ear, spend your money, or tell you what, you go miss your blessing. Don't let them tell you what's good for you unless it's be cordial, but you know what God has prepared for you.
Right.
And so that to me was, everybody can't absorb that. They're like, why would you do that when you are so great at this too? You could do both.
Well, and there is a cost sometimes that comes with a big job. And for me, and I was very honest when I left there, it cost me some things. And it cost me some things in terms of anxiety, just the overwhelm, because I'd been in crisis communication for over 30 years. No, sorry, maybe that's correct. I've been in crisis communication years, okay, as a newscaster. Maybe 30 is exaggerating, but I've been working for maybe 30 years, maybe like 20, 25. And so that's a lot.
When you were on TV in Tuscaloosa, then you came to TV in Birmingham, and then you went into real estate, and then you went into corporate. I know a lot, don't I? No, I'm not stalking her. I know her whole history.
Know everything about her.
So I was gonna make you two something for being here. I've got a buttercream now. I don't know if you can even send it, or you can do the plain. Okay. It's plain, head to toe, both of them. It doesn't offend, and it plays well with other items, your lotions and perfumes and everything, okay?
Well, Sheila's been gonna talk with us a little bit about entrepreneurship because we've been talking about your products, but you are an entrepreneur, and we always like to inspire, encourage, and educate the viewers. So if there's ever information that we can pass along, we want to be helpful.
That's right. So we're going to go into how to start a business in a couple of steps. Table of competence here are going to be, before you begin, get in the right mindset. I think Kisa talked about being where in her zen, I'm going to use that in your zen. So get in your zen and be in the right place. Also consistency. New business owners tend to feed off their motivation initially, but then they get frustrated when that motivation kind of wears off. And this is why it's essential to create habits and follow routines to get your business going. Also take the next step. Some business owners dive in head first like we do, but others, they say, oh, I'm going to do it. And then next year, I'm going to do it. And next year, I'm like, did you do that? They're like, I'm going to do it. I promise you. So there are business owners who stay stuck in analysis paralysis. That's analysis paralysis and never start.
Yeah.
Because they're so busy overanalyzing it. Just do it. Just get out here. Work the kinks out like we do and keep it moving. Determine what your business concept is. If you don't have a firm idea of what your business will be, ask yourself the following questions. What do you love to do? What do you hate to do? Can you think of something that would make those things easier? What are you good at? What do others come to you for advice about? If you were given 10 minutes to give a 5-minute speech on any topic, what would it be? And what's something you've always wanted to do but lacked resources for? And also, what kind of business should you start? What type of funding do you have as I wrap up? How much time do you have to invest in your business? And also, do you prefer to work from home? I love working from home, but I like being out. I like being out and about. You did the pop-up.
I like both.
You like both?
There's sometimes when I have to get in my zone, and I need to be at home.
Can you sell information such as a course rather than a product? I've done a couple of those with a law professor. What skills or expertise do you have, and how fast do you need to scale your business? What kind of support do you have to start your business? Are you partnering with someone else? We're partners. And does the franchise model make more sense to you? And I thought about franchise, except franchises are expensive. So we created our own franchise, and you are now looking at Focus with Sheila Smoot, Rhonda Robinson, and our good friend Keisha Sharp Jefferson.
So I know Sheila gave some fantastic tips, but what would you say if there are any entrepreneurs watching or someone thinking about starting a business? What kind of advice can you share?
I will piggyback off of what Sheila was saying. If you're going to, well, first of all, I would say make sure you test market it. You don't jump out and you don't offer anything without knowing whether or not there's a need in the marketplace. You have to do your research, and that's going to take a little bit of time, and that's not the sexy part of being an entrepreneur, but it is the needful part, because you don't want to get out there and have something and no one buys. Then you say, this didn't work. No, you didn't work and do the homework necessary. And number two, if you're going to get out there, consistency, consistency, consistency. When I started this, I wanted to be the person that people could depend on. And so I had to go back, had to correct some mistakes that I made, and go back and say, you don't need to offer something in the marketplace and not be available. So there are 1,000,001 people who do shea butter and who make shea butter. But who is really there and who's going to be there? Yeah. That's the biggest thing. So if you're going to offer a product or a service, consistency is what is going to build your brand. Being consistent and being available and having a plan for sustainability. And I wanted to tell people, can I tell people where to go and get the product? Because of course I didn't bring any, but we make mistakes, but you move on. You improvise. It's like, oh, you didn't even bring a sign it. www.allsheanaturals.com to order online. Okay. So we service our customers mainly online and through pop-ups and different things like that. We're working on some things in the future, but allsheanaturals.com.
So this is your average container? Or you have a bigger one or smaller one?
This is the average size. Okay. This is our average, and we'll say large for purposes of today. And then we have a size that's a little bit smaller, but this is your better value, okay for this size, because this is going to last a little bit longer.
How much are those?
These are $15 for this size, and you're going to get the smaller one, which is about half, and this is an 8-ounce size, and you're going to get the smaller ones for 4-ounce, which are going to cost about $10. So clearly you get your better value here. But being an entrepreneur, being nimble, I mean, I do such things as bridal showers. I have customers who are retail businesses. So sometimes they call and say, I want a 1-ounce size. Can you do a 1-ounce? Can you do a 3-ounce? Can you do whatever? I'm flexible. So I can tailor it to the customer's needs.
I like that. I'm going to get some for my mommy.
I'm going to get Naomi some.
It's hard on us, hard on your skin. I know, it is.
How long would this last, like one container?
It depends on how you use it.
Okay.
But I would say on average this would last about 2 months.
Yeah.
It's fresh, so it doesn't take a lot, and that's part of the thing I'm trying to hold on to as well. But I know as we grow, I'll have to let that part go. These things are this is made fresh. I don't like my product to sit for weeks and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
When I get my orders in, I'm going to make it fresh for you. Okay,
Wow.
so it takes a little bit longer in getting it out, but
That's
you get a
service.
fresh product.
That is service. And how do you deliver it? I mean, there's so many delivery ways. How do you technically, they order online, how do they get it? Do you send it? Do you deliver it? Or how do they get it?
Any and all of the above.
Okay. However you can get it.
I work through my retail partners to place it in their shops. We work with Fisher Chiropractic, who's in Trustville. Nova Essence Medispa is another one.
I have seen your products there. I have, yeah.
She's another one of our retailers.
Yeah.
So we work with our retailers. We deliver, we mail. I mean, we're not limited to Birmingham. We love Birmingham. I love Birmingham. Birmingham has been so good to me. So I love Birmingham. I have a heart for Birmingham, but we're not limited to Birmingham. I will mail to Timbuktu if I need to. You know, it's called business.
That's right.
It's called business, and it's really good business. Keisha, thank you so much. We're so honored to have you
Big
here.
time, man.
Yes.
My
Big
honor.
time. This
My
is
honor.
big time right here.
My honor. These two, you know, greatness.
You know, the thing about it with all three of us, if you've watched all three of us, if you know, we've kind of been out here, and everybody always says, so what are you doing now, Sheila? Well, if you're not up right now looking, I can't tell you. But, and then they ask me, well, how are the others? I'm like, the others? How's Rhonda? How's, you know, everybody?
Yeah.
And so, of course, Keith, I remember vividly seeing you were so beautiful on TV, and I saw you anchoring in Tuscaloosa, and then I you know, went to your other station in Birmingham, and then I saw you transition to corporate, and now she's this powerful woman in business and real estate. And, you know, I just want to tell the audience, Rhonda and Keisha, that you do you. You know, I think that's, looking at us three, regardless of what the case is, we are the women that are just going to get out there and just go with it and do it.
Yeah, there's no cookie cutter, you know, journey for you, you know? Like what is for you is for you. So it may not make sense to other people, but as long as it makes you happy and makes sense to you, that's all that matters.
And all we ask is that you focus. I'm Sheila Smoot,
I'm Rhonda Robinson. Thank you so much.
and we'll see you next week.